Welcome to Breaking Bible with the TullyAdventurers. Explore. It's a good day for some good news. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. That's Jesus' good news to us in John 16:33.
As we face this new day and all it has for us, we find courage and hope in the only trustworthy words available. TullyAdventurers, explore.
The Bible.
All right.
Can I say something funny?
Sure.
Every time I say Jesus's, I want to keep going.
Okay.
I like to think that Jesus had a sense of humor. Jesus is just feels a little awkward on my tongue.
Oh, you're funny. I love it. That's good stuff.
I'm excited to start calling the family when we're done here. And I'm feeling a little antsy about it. And then I'm remembering they're 2 hours earlier than us, and I don't think there's anybody in our family that's an early riser.
No, actually, that's not necessarily true because,
Pop's an early riser now.
Yeah, well, but he's in Hawaii, which is even further.
He's in California right now.
He's in California right now. But, yeah. All right, so we are in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. It's Thanksgiving Day, and our brains are all over the place. We're thinking about family and all kinds of things, and we hope you're having a great time, enjoying your family and the people that you love. And even if you're watching this on YouTube and it is nowhere near Thanksgiving, that's okay too. We still hope that you are finding ways to enjoy your family and the people that you love. So today we listen to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. This is Paul's wrap up of his letter to the people in Thessalonica. Mm-hmm. Man, those Greek words, they get me. And Jennifer, What is the Holy Spirit speaking to you today?
What verse am I in? I'm somewhere around 14.
Okay.
And it says, be patient with each person, attentive to individual needs. And be careful that when you get, not if you get on each other's nerves, but when you get on each other's nerves, you don't snap at each other. Look for the best in each other and always do your best to bring it out. That one's a little bit of a struggle, attentive to individual needs, because, you know, it is in our nature to think that other people should think the way we think.
Okay.
And to get frustrated that they don't think the way we think. Mm-hmm. And that's not, it seems like that's not what we're called to do.
You just made a generalization. And we as human beings like working in generalizations because the level of complexity for each individual human being, it's so much. And to think through all of it is so much work. So you're absolutely right.
I think about Jesus, and I think about when he's sitting at the well with the woman.
The Samaritan woman.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I knew you would know what that was. And he doesn't, in human terms, you know, if you sit down with somebody new, you don't know them, but he is so attentive to her needs and
who she is.
Yeah. And he definitely calls out who she is without being mean about it, without being cruel about it. And so that balance of truth and love at the same time is just incredible in that story. It's easy to float to one side or the other, I think, too. You know, you want to be loving and, you know, not rock the boat by saying the truth. Or you want to, you know, slap them in the head with the truth and not be loving. And I say you, I mean me. And yeah, I'm really going to be pondering this one, attentive to individual needs. yesterday we were talking about kind of dancing around how people listen or what they. Losing my train of thought. Give me a sec.
Yeah, take a deep breath, my love. We've been using the word a lot, which means we're trying to go too fast. Let's just slow down a little bit. We're not in a hurry. We don't need to. We're not.
I'm excited.
Yeah, of course. It's Thanksgiving Day. There's stuff in the Bible we get to talk about. It is exciting. But if we keep getting too far ahead of ourselves, we're not going to be able to actually have the conversation. So take a deep breath. Just relax. Everything's going to be all right. Let's enjoy this.
I think in order to pay attention to individual needs, I would have to listen well.
What does listening well mean?
Making sure that, checking in to make sure that I understand what the person's saying, rather than just jumping to conclusions over what I think they're saying.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Not listening to respond, which in the past I've been really guilty over. You know, I get excited over a topic and it's like, I can't wait to say what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And I would, you know, make excuses for interrupting but I'm so excited, I got to say this. No, you really don't. So, paying attention to individual needs too is, you know, noticing what emotion they're coming or how they're coming at you. Like if they're coming at you happy, not meeting them with sadness. Or if they're coming at you with sadness, not meeting them with overjoy. You know, that's not being attentive to somebody's needs at all.
Sounds like dying to ourselves.
Yes.
Sounds like giving up that the way I want to interact is right and meeting other people where they're at, empathizing instead of just needing to have my own way or my emotions determine the way we're going to interact. Yes. That's good stuff. And that's difficult to do.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What else goes in with listening well? It's interesting because in our language, in English, we say the word listen, and what comes to mind is just our ears. We're only putting our ears into this listening idea. What else goes into listening well?
It's really seeing them as well, because, you know, people's posture, their body language says a lot about how they communicate. I know that it's a much higher percentage in what they're trying to communicate with their body language than with their words. Listening for tone and inflection. That's all that comes to mind right now.
Really, it's tuning all our senses to this person and actually focusing on them.
I think
being interested in them, even if we don't necessarily feel interested. Looking at them as if they are God's holy and dearly loved child who he is pleased with, instead of an obstacle in our way or a tool that we can use to get what we want. You know, in the human world, these are things that we struggle with. And I've treated people this way, and I've been treated this way. I've been treated like a tool that's just going to be used by someone else to get what they want. I've been treated like dirt that they're just going to step over and not care about and kick off their shoes. I've been treated like someone who is God's holy and dearly loved child who God is pleased with. And the people who I want to be around are the people who treat me like God's holy and dearly loved child more often than not, because they not only love me, but they're sharing wisdom. But then, of course, when I decide I want my own way, I don't want to be around the wise people who are treating me like I'm valuable and worthwhile. There are times I choose to go out and be used as a tool. There are times I choose to go out and have people stomp on me because I want to feel a certain way. And dying to myself means letting go of this idea that people should treat me poorly because I deserve it. People should